the Nigerian police and the Nigerian Civil Defense Corps. Now, there is a lot of comparison between these two. Some people are saying they prefer civil defense, some people are saying they prefer the Nigerian police, some people are saying they basically do the same thing. They actually do the same thing. Now, let us go back to the Constitution. 1999 Constitution. And if you don't know the 1999 Constitution, it is the Constitution that sets up Nigeria as a country, as a federalism, as a republic. Now, the Nigerian police is the oldest organization in Nigeria. When I say old, I mean like dinosaur type of old, like an organization that is older than the country itself. Okay, that was even before the name Nigeria came about. So we can basically say Nigerian police was there in the foundation of the country. Nigerian police was there before the country was set up, which makes it a very, very, very powerful organization. Now, what is the function of the Nigerian police? Well, protection of life and property, detection of crime, apprehension of offenders, and a lot of others. But then it is not only confined to these ones. The Nigerian police have touched virtually every sector of the Nigerian security, from the air, the land, and even the marine police who operate on the waterways. So you see, basically it is an organization that has its reach in almost every sector of the Nigerian security. Now, I respect the civil defense, and this video is not to ridicule them or anything, but it will be madness for anybody to compare the police and civil defense, like total madness. Okay, it's just like comparing a father and his infant son, saying who is stronger, or saying who has more experience. Come on, it's not sound if you compare these two. So please, let's stop it. Anyways, when you talk about manpower, the police have more manpower. I mean, they tripled its size and the number of the civil defense. When we talk about international reach, the Nigerian police virtually has an international reach. In fact, they've gone for peacekeeping missions in virtually all or almost all the UN missions in the African countries, including Kosovo and Lebanon. The police can actually perform the work of the civil defense, but the civil defense cannot perform the work of the Nigerian police. Now, Section 214 sets up the Nigerian police, and that same Section 214 says there shall be no other police force apart from the Nigerian police, which means no agency can set up another police force that will be known as the Nigerian police apart from the Nigerian police. So their position has been secured constitutionally. You know, if you drag that one. As the number one law enforcement agency in Nigeria, it is the only law enforcement agency that is mentioned and captured in the Constitution. Now, basically 90% of all the law enforcement organizations in Nigeria were carved out of the police. It's just like the federal government just said, hey, work is too much for the police. Okay, let us create this. These people have too much on their plate. Let us create this to handle this, you know. So they basically get their functions from the police. They took the functions out of the police. Then they create an organization to oversee those functions. Now, I can go on and on with the comparison, but as you can see, it has already started to sound ridiculous because there is no how you can compare these two, okay? Everybody should just play his part and let us respect each other, respect your functions, carry your functions well, and let us maintain the spirit